Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jesper, and on this channel here we are talking about skincare, and as you see me here, it is just as if you saw me on the high street, so I don't hide behind any sort of a filter. But normally when I'm on the high street, then I would be having a sunscreen on, and I don't have that today because we're going to test a sunscreen. We are going to test this one here from Nivea, and that is from the range they call Luminous 630, and that is because in here there is an ingredient that is helping with the dark spots so they don't form, and in order to kind of like help to fade those that you already have, or that is something kind of like, as that's what they say about the product. And they have made some other products, and there is a serum, and it looks like this, and we have spoken about that one before. And then there is this one here, which is a day fluid, and it has an SPF of 50 in it already. So if you're using this one and then are using the sunscreen on top, then you get kind of like double up on SPF 50. So why really would you do that? So I would say that maybe either you use this one here, and then maybe just use the kind of like the amount that you like to use, and then make sure that when you're using sunscreens, then you use the correct amount. That kind of like would make sense, because else you will get a lot of stuff on your face. Now I have a little issue with Nivea, and that is there are in this product here, there is something called homosalate, and there is also a 2-hexysalicylate, and both of them are derivatives of salicylic acid. And the issue with that is that it can be a hormone disruptor, and it is so that if you go to the EU, then there is something called SCCS, and they have looked into if homosalate is a problem. And basically it is so that as it is, you can use up to about 10% of that ingredient in a product. But now the EU are saying that actually you should only use 0.5%, but that means that it's 0.5% in the final product if it is a product that is to be used all over the body. But this stuff here, it is meant to be used on the face, and there the EU are saying that you can use up to, it's an odd number, but it's 7.34%. I don't know how they calculated that exact number, but that is what they say you can use in the final product if you are making something for the face. And the reason is, of course, that they realize that if you're using it on your face, then your face is not as big as the rest of your body, or usually it isn't. So that is what they are thinking. So now we are just having a little look at this one here, and you can say, yeah, it says 50. It doesn't say SPF 50, but it is an SPF 50. It just says 50. I don't know. Apparently that's smart to just put it like that. Now this one here, it as I said, it has these sort of filters in it, and those are those old-fashioned sort of filters, but there are some modern filters in here as well, and that, yes, it means you cannot get it in America, or in the US rather. So this one here, how does it actually work on your face? Is it nice? Is it greasy? Is it like unbearable? And how is the perfume? Well, there is perfume in this product here, and I would say it is a little bit to the sort of sweet sort of. I think most people will say that it's sort of a scent that women would like. I don't think it's a scent that most men kind of like would like. But today now, people can like whatever sort of smell they really like, actually. But I would say that it has a little bit of a feminine sort of smell, or what you would normally say is a feminine smell, because what is that nowadays, really? So we are looking at this one here, and we will be testing it on my face with the correct amount. And I can say I have actually already been testing this one here, and I was out and about, and I took some pictures so you can see in the daylight how it actually looks. And I would say it actually surprised me that it actually looks okay. But we will have to test it with the correct amount. And we have a spoon here that is only 1 milliliter in it. But we need 1.25 milliliters. We need a little bit of a top on this one here. So we just add this stuff here. And it has a sort of a color, but it's not like it's not a color that's gonna color your face. It just has a sort of a faint orangey, pinkish sort of a color, but it's not something that's going to show up on your face. So this one here, now we have a sort of it's a little bit liquidy, but it is also a little bit difficult to make it all the way into the spoon. So kind of like like that. So we have a little bit of a top on here. So now we will just take the entire amount and see how it goes on my face. You can see it is empty now. So like that. And yes, it does have a sort of a smell, and it's not overpowering, but I think that you can smell it during the day really. So here we go. And I don't have any sort of a cream on at the moment. So like that, and this is for the neck as well, and on the forehead and the nose. And I put this stuff here on my eyelids as well. And when I was out walking, I was constantly kind of like trying to feel if it would be annoying my eye or anything like that. But it did not. It did not annoy my eye. It doesn't mean that it will not annoy your eye. And the thing is, I have tested this one here on my own skin, but I have not tested it on another person's skin, and that is my husband, because I have tried some of these other products here on his skin, and this one here as well, and that really annoyed his eyes big time. Like it just like, even that you just put it around here, it was kind of like migrate, or there would just be something in it, the perfume or whatever it was, that was just like annoy his eye. But when I tried this on my eyes, it has not been any sort of a problem. But actually, as we spoke about in some of the other videos, then this Luminous 630 can actually potentially be something that annoys the skin. So like that. So this will take a little while, of course, to sink in, but after it has been sinking in, or it has sunk in, then I will say that actually it worked pretty well. So for that, I would say if you're looking for something that is a sunscreen that goes on matte and goes on like you can't really feel it on the skin, apart from, yes, you can always feel you have something on the skin, but it's not like it's greasy or it's like some sort of thick greasiness. It's not at all like that. So in that sense, I would say it worked pretty well, I must say. And it is actually, I was thinking, if I were going somewhere, so I would say that hummus salad and etylhydroxysalad, that is not something I would like to use every day. But if I were going somewhere and I just didn't want to shine very much and I needed to have my sunscreen on, I would say on occasion, then this could actually be something that could be really good for in the respect of how it shines. But I would not use it every day, and that is simply because of the sun filters that are in it. And the thing is that when you have hummus salad and you have etylhydroxysalate, and they say that hummus salad, you should only use it if it's for the face for 7.34%, then the reason that it's a problem is that it comes from salicylic acid, and etylhydroxysalate also comes from there. So that means that if you both have a hummus salad in it and you also have etylhydroxysalate in it, then you have a lot more that comes from salicylic acid than just 7.34%. So that is of course something to think about. Also, if you in general are using salicylic acid, so if you would like to not have too much of these potentially hormone disruptor things on your skin, then maybe you should be careful with what you are choosing to put on your skin, because when you're adding the whole lot of stuff together, then actually it can be a whole lot. So now we can just see that this is starting to sink in really nice, and it's I would say, just as I see in the mirror here, it doesn't look shiny, apart from, yes, it looks a little bit like nourished skin, but it doesn't look like I'm shining to high heaven, and it will just come down more and more because I've just put it on. And I will say that I was actually rather surprised how well it worked. So why does it work so well? Because some of these sunscreens, they are basically the sunscreens that you see in a lot of products. So what's the difference here? Well, it contains silica, but it also contains something else, and that is something that you might use in the kitchen, and that is something called tapioca starch, and that comes from the cassava plant, or the cassava root. And what happens when they're using that is simply it takes up moisture, so water and stuff like that. So it works kind of like in the same way as silica. So there is also dimethicone in the product here, and that gives this sort of glove-like feel on your skin. But altogether, I would say those three ingredients kind of like give this sort of a nice feel on the skin. And I would say that it for the feeling on the skin, I would say it's a whole lot better than a lot of other sunscreens that I have tried. So if you don't care about a homosalad and a etylhexylsalicylate, and you don't care about the price, then I would say that it actually worked pretty well. And the perfume is not overpowering, but of course, if you have an allergy towards perfumes, then of course it doesn't really matter if it's a strong or if it's not a strong smell. But I would say if you don't care about that either, then the smell here, I would say it's really sort of bearable. It's not overwhelming in any way, I would say. And now when I just feel on the skin, I can feel this sort of a glove-like thing, so the dimethicone on my skin. So I would say for a sunscreen, this is actually pretty good. But of course, there are these things in it that can be a little bit problematic. So yes, if you don't care about that, I would say it's really a good product, this one here. So yeah, am I going to buy it again? I don't think so, but I will keep it for a little while. You can't keep sunscreen forever, but I will keep it for a little while in case I need to go somewhere where I would like to have sunscreen on, and I don't want to shine to high heaven, and don't want to put a lot of powder on and stuff like that. So in that case, I would keep it handy and use it, and in those situations, but I would not kind of like go in and buy it a lot again. So yes, that was my little verdict on this product here. I would say it does actually work pretty well on the skin, but apart from that, there are some ingredients in it that maybe is not so great, or I don't think they are great. So that was my verdict on this product here. If you'd like to see more of this sort of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell, and do all the things you must do in order to be notified when I upload more of this sort of videos. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.